Hello and welcome to another day on Backyard Farm. Today we're carrying on working for Mr. South. The last time we worked for Mr. South we harvested and cultivated his field number 2, which was a oilseed rape field. Today he would like us to continue in that field and to spray fertilizer in the field. So let's pull up and then we'll go and talk to him, confirm what he'd like us to do, and most probably jump in the New Holland, connect the sprayer and spray the field. Okay, let's go and talk to Mr. South. Well, I've spoken to him and he doesn't want us to use the New Holland. Apparently he's taken it into the dealership for a service, so we're going to have to use his other tractor, which is the SHAREfactory, and use this sprayer here. Apparently the sprayer already has the fertilizer inside. So the first thing we need to do is disconnect these front loader forks, as we won't be using it to spray the field, and it will just block the visibility of the tractor. So I'll leave the forks where we found them, just over in between the cultivator and the windrower. There we go, they're disconnected. So I'll reverse up to the sprayer, and I see that Mr. South has changed the mowers. Before they weren't class mowers, so I don't know when he's got them, but they look a lot newer. I'm sure they take less power as well, because I seem to remember when we used the mowers, the tractor didn't really cope very well with the lack of power it had. So we'll carry on to the field number 2. Here we are at the field, dead ahead of us, and apparently they've seeded wheat in this field now, and by the look of it there's already a bit of weeds growing, so no doubt they'll need us to spray some herbicide or use a weeder in the future. I'm just unfolding the sprayer now, and it's quite a wide working width. Right, let's jump out, have a look at this. It's huge. Quite a fair few meters wide, so it won't take too long. That didn't take too long at all. Just the last little slither to do, and then we've finished. There we go, contract on field 2 finished, and we'll turn it off. That is a really nice sprayer. Look at the size of it. One day we'll probably buy one of these because it is very effective. But to be honest, I think we will buy a fertiliser spreader soon, because now we have a grass field. and it is next on the list. So yeah, a little fertiliser spreader. Oh look, at the top right we've been paid £2,800, which is good. So we've now got £3,804 in the bank, so that is really good. But yeah, it would be a good idea to get a fertiliser spreader so that we can spread fertiliser on our grass field, and it will increase the productivity of the grass. So I think that is the next thing we'll buy. I see Mr. South's tractor is already at the dealership being serviced. He did say that he would receive a courtesy tractor, so it'll be interesting to see if it's there. Here we are back at the farm. We'll just pull in. Yeah, look at that. He's got a Case IH, and it looks quite new. So I bet he's happy with that. I wonder if he'll let us drive it. You never know, he might have another job for us to do. Anyway, I'll put the sprayer back where it lives. There we are. And I need to put the tractor back in the shed, but also connect up the front loader attachment again. Okay, that's done. I think I'll leave the tractor here, and we'll go and talk to Mr. South, see if he has any more work for us to do. So what is this? It's a Case IH CVX Puma 200. Very nice. Okay, we're jumping in the tractor. So he has got another job for us to do. It's quite a big job, but that's not a problem. It would be nice to drive this. So believe it or not, he's letting us drive this for the whole day. So what he'd like us to do is create some hay bales like we did before, but using the new mowers that he's got. And the field that we'll be working on is the field right next door to the one we created hay bales on before, which was number 14. So this time we'll be working in the slightly larger field next door, which is number 13. So hopefully these new mowers won't drain the power of the tractor like the old ones did, but I believe this is a slightly more powerful tractor than the New Holland anyway. About 200 horsepower, and I think the New Holland is about 150 horsepower. So we'll go the other side of this stream, and I remember now the field is just the other side of this field here. So we'll just follow the dirt track round to the left, and field 13 should be just in the clearing. Just on the right here. Here it is. This is field 13. So because it's a lot bigger than the last field that we created hay bales on, I can't remember how many bales we produced last time, but I'm guessing from this one being slightly bigger, we'll probably produce something between 10 and 20 bales, maybe even more. The grass looks quite a decent yield, so we'll have to just wait and see. But it's going to take a bit of time. I've unfolded both of the mowers, I've turned them on, and I'll see you when I've finished. Well, we managed to get a lot of bales from that field. I have no idea how many, but a lot. So here we are back at the farm, and we need to drop the baler off, and unfortunately we've finished with this tractor now. We have to jump back into the SHAREfactory, use the front loader to pick up all the bales that we've created and to pop them on Mr. South's trailer, and then transport them back here so that he can pay us. So first things first, drop the baler off, and then Mr. South can get cleaning all the equipment again. I think he enjoys washing the equipment, either that or he just does it religiously to maintain the equipment. I know he does like to maintain everything, but I've enjoyed driving this tractor. It has been really nice. So now we've got to drive the SHAREfactory again, and no doubt we'll notice a big difference. It won't be as luxurious. No, it's not as comfortable. It's a bit colder, and it's certainly louder. Hasn't got all the mod cons and the air conditioning and everything that we got in the Case IH, but never mind. This is why you shouldn't get used to luxuries if you can't afford them. So we'll go to the field. Here we are back at the field, and as you can see there is a lot of hay bales, so this is going to take some time. It's 1:30 in the afternoon now, so we'll get started. The sooner we finish the better, because it will start to get dark about 4 o'clock. So I'll start with the one closest to the trailer. So I need to angle the spikes correctly. I think that's okay. No. Okay, let's try again. Second time lucky. There we go. Perfect. It's just practice. So I'd like to place the bale on the front of the trailer. I tend to find that if I put bales on the back of the trailer, it tends to tip backwards, so always start with the front. And I'm guessing I could probably get 4 or 5 in a line here, and I'll just keep stacking them up. I think 3 or 4 rows high. Hopefully we should have enough space on the trailer. So I'll carry on with this and I'll see you when I've finished. There we go. So there was exactly 20 bales, so 4 rows of 5. There we go. Just popping all the straps on, and I need to drive really carefully because it looks highly unstable, but if I go slowly I should be okay. Right, there should be enough power on this tractor to pull the bales. Yeah, fine. It's just a case of going slowly round corners and making sure nothing drastic happens. So really slowly round the corners, otherwise the trailer will just simply tip on its side, which is not approved. We've managed to come back to the farm without causing a road traffic accident. We haven't had any problems, which is good. So the next step is to unload all of the bales into the barn straight ahead of us. As you can see, the roof is very high, so we should be okay. So as always, I'll reverse the trailer into the barn and hopefully receive a decent bonus. I think anything over £1,000 is good, and then we should get paid a bit more from Mr. South. So we'll just line it up properly so we're not hitting anything. Come forward a bit. There we go, that's a better angle. Perfect. Right, I need to take all the straps off. There we go. Done. That is a lot of hay bales. Okay, reverse. And if you watch the top right, contract on field 13 finished and £1,277 bonus, which is not bad. We've now got over £5,000 in the bank, so the money's going up. We can probably afford to buy a cheap fertiliser spreader very soon, and then we'll get fertilising our grass field. There we go, that's parked where it should be. So we've finished with the SHAREfactory now. We can park it back under the shelter, and I'll turn the beacons off. There we go. Lower the front loader and turn the engine off. Perfect. Right, let's go and see Mr. South and hopefully get paid. I think about anything between £2,000 and £3,000 will be good. Well, he thanks us for what we've done, but there is one last job he'd like us to do, and that is to take this Case IH back to the dealership, as apparently his New Holland is ready for collection. So that's fine, we can do that. And then he said he'll pay us. But it's been a thrill driving this tractor today. It has been really nice. Although it has done 47.5 hours, it's very well maintained, as I'm sure his New Holland is as well. They seem to do a good job of servicing at this garage, so no doubt I'll take my tractors here when it's due for a service. But yeah, what a lovely tractor that was today. Okay, I need to go to the dealership, swap over the keys, and then we'll take the New Holland back to Southviews Farms. Right, got the keys, so in we get. Starter up. Steering feels connected. Throttle's about the same. Brakes are good. So they've obviously done their job. So yeah, Mr. South will be happy to have his tractor back. But personally, I prefer the Case IH, but I know it wasn't his. I should think the Case that we drove today was a lot of money. Probably £200,000 or thereabouts. Right, let's go and get paid. Well, he has paid us over £4,000, which is brilliant. Been a good day's work, and we've got now £9,266 in the bank. so I think that's enough money for a cheap fertiliser spreader. So the first chance I get, I'll look on the internet and see what cheap fertiliser spreaders we can purchase and look at buying one. Hopefully we can afford some fertiliser too. Here we are back home finally, and I'm going to park the van up. I think that's all we're going to do today, and we'll look at buying a fertiliser spreader tomorrow. And of course I need to sell the silage bales, so I'm going to make a promise to myself, I will be selling them tomorrow, and hopefully we can fertilise our grass field. Hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers for watching. See you soon.